So, R.Kelly just got dropped from his record label. It only took a lifetime docu-series for for this to happen. Not a videotape. Not years of speculation and allegations, but a lifetime docu-series. That's all it took to bring this man down. So, can we get a docu-series on Trump? What about Harvey Weinstein? What about Kevin Spacey? Can we get a docu-series on those guys? Because that's all it takes. And not just a regular docu-series. A docu-series from Lifetime. Can we get that, please? Oh, man. For all my R. Kelly fans that are out there who enjoy his music, you better find a way to preserve all of his content. And I'm talking music videos, anything that has to do with R. Kelly, because I have a feeling that all of his content, as far as it comes to digital media, will be scrubbed from the internet. I called it first. I feel like it's gonna happen. When, I don't know, but soon. Yes. In this era that we live in, with this whole Me Too bullshit, where somebody can just say something happened and there's no proof, I wouldn't doubt that this would happen. I wouldn't doubt that none of his music will be online a year from now. So again, if you're an R. Kelly fan, if you're somebody who just really doesn't give a fuck about what's going on right now, I highly suggest you figure out a way to preserve whatever it is that he does, has did, or will do. Just saying. If it does happen, I said it first. I haven't heard anybody else on the internet say anything like this. I just have a feeling that the fix is in. So, heed my words. Anyways, I want to talk about this whole situation because I don't know, man. Like, I just don't trust people speaking for somebody else and that person not speaking for themselves. Now, again, everybody controls the narrative when you don't speak on it, and that's just life. You gotta understand that. So, let's talk about the narrative. Oh man, where do I start? So, in my head, I'm thinking, yeah, it could be true, and I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying, other than that one video, because that's the only visible proof we have. What other proof do we have? And I don't understand why people don't get that. Watching this docu-series, I'm hoping to see some text messages or something something that could just pretty much bury this man, because he's not in jail for a reason. He's not. I need proof. Who knows? How is it that all these women are allowed to have their cell phones? There was a girl talking to her friend, and she was saying that she texted one girl. They met on MySpace or something like that, but they had their phones in this man's house, and they would text each other, try to find each other in the house, in the same house, and they could never find each other. Listen to that story and make me understand that these women were in danger. Come on, man. Seriously. If you could text anybody in the house, you can call the police if you are in danger. Now, we could talk about manipulation. We could talk about how he made women believe that they were going to be stars and they ended up not being. But last time I checked, manipulation is not a crime. It's not a crime. You can't go to jail for manipulating somebody. Morally, you can be mad at a person all you want to, but it's not a crime. Then you have this person who's on the they're blacked out, their face is all blacked out, and they say they're a former employee, and they're saying stuff like they used to see a lot of stuff going on with R. Kelly and all this. Seriously, man, can you I want to believe it, but if this person's not willing to show their face it's hard for me to believe it, because it could be anybody. They could be somebody in the producers, someone, whoever directed this whole damn series, and they just wanted to make it interesting, so they just started making up some shit. And you guys need to be a little bit more smarter when y'all hear shit like this, because y'all don't know if somebody's telling the truth or if they're lying. Never believe anybody who blocks their face and blurs their face out and they're talking about somebody else. And this person was just supposedly a former employee, which means their life is not in danger in no way, form, or fashion. So I don't understand why their face is blocked out. We have supposed victims who are showing their faces, but this person was a former employee and they don't want to show their face at all. All they were was a former employee. And y'all don't want to scratch y'all's head and think, what the hell's going on? Be more critical in your thinking. Don't just think that, oh, somebody's saying something, so I just should believe it because it's on a Lifetime docu-series. And then you had the lady who, well, they found the house and they beating on the house door and they called the police, whatnot. And it's like they made it into a reality special. And if you watch it, it just feels like a damn reality special. You don't even know if it's real or not. It's like they could just find a random house. And if people do their research, they know that cops can't just bust in the house. Unless you're Amber Geiger, of course. But you can't just bust in the house without a warrant. So we don't know if this house is real, if the person they're looking for is really in there. But let's just say that their daughter was in that house. You would do anything you can possibly to get your daughter out if this shit was true. And why would you bring cameras out? Because at the end of that situation, nothing came out of it but more drama. It added more drama to the docu-series. Come on. Like, you want me to sit here and believe that? Why? Like, why? Nothing came out of it at all. People, I ask you a question. If your daughter was being forced or being part of some type of cult or whatever you want to call it, and you knew where they were at and they were in this building, what would you do? Okay, call the police is not a bad choice. But if the police don't do anything, what would you do? If you know this person was staying there, would you stay outside, stake out, sit and wait? Because the person can't live there forever, right? They can't. They got to come out at some point. Why didn't they do that? Right? Or bust the fucking door down, because you can break doors down easy. Or bust a fucking window, because they have windows there. They didn't do that. And you saying you don't want to go to jail? Come on now. I'm a father. I'd gladly go to jail for my child, just as long as they're safe and they're within my reach. So you sit here telling me they couldn't bust a window to get in there? You expect people to believe this shit? And for all you gullible, dumb motherfuckers who believe everything y'all see on a fucking Lifetime special, y'all need to wake the fuck up, man. Wake up. Don't believe everything you see. Then there was another family who, or should I say, it was a female, really. She was looking for a daughter, and then she ended up finding the daughter. And why didn't the daughter speak for herself? And if she did, I really missed that shit. If somebody can, in the comment section or whatever, they can say, oh yeah, the daughter did come out. If she did, then please let me know, because I don't remember that ever happening. I only watched the docu-series one time, because I can't and I won't watch that shit again. Ain't happening. Sorry. Ain't happening. But, like, both of those situations was like, it felt fake. It felt unauthentic. It felt like reality TV. That's what it felt like. Then you have the family who, well, yeah, it was a family. One of the families, I don't know which one it was. They sent a daughter to R.Kelly, and these people are old enough to know or hear about rumors of R.Kelly. Let me ask y'all a question before I get into what I'm gonna get into. Since R.Kelly's been out, other than Aaliyah and maybe Sparkle, but Sparkle really she didn't blow up or nothing. She had one hit. But other than them two, What other female artists do you know that R. Kelly brought up that is blowing up, that is big beyond just everything? Just they're killing shit. Who do you know? Who's being a Beyonce or Rihanna out here in these streets? Or anybody who's lower tier? I'll wait. So, if you don't have an answer for that, it's because there's no answer. And you would have to think that these parents who are pimping their daughters out to R. Kelly knew in the back of their head that at some point they're going to have to collect. Because there's no way in the hell you can make me believe that they didn't know shit about R. Kelly. His reputation, his past, just rumors, anything. And everybody, when you think of R. Kelly, even the younger kids nowadays who didn't even like really know R. Kelly, when they think of R. Kelly, they think of that sex tape. Or they may think of Aaliyah. Either way, they think of underage female. So parents, why the hell would you pimp your kids out? And it's crazy because it's like what the parents is like. They sent the daughter and they sent two daughters. They sent two daughters out, not just one but two. One of them was a big fat girl. And, you know, like, are you serious? Like they sent two daughters out. Get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, man. And everybody don't even like want to sit and think about what they're saying. They just, oh, okay, I'm gonna just believe it because it just sounds like it's true. We need more proof. This man ain't spent a day in prison. Again, I can say I believe that he did the shit, but I still would like to see proof because there's a reason why he's not in jail. There's a reason why he's free. Like, y'all gotta understand that. And then like the internet's running wild with this. And now I know I'm talking about this, but I'm talking about it from a different perspective. I'm really not talking about it to get any type of attention, but it is on my mind. And it's on my mind because not to really sensationalize this shit, but really just kind of bring another point of view in this whole thing. But a lot of people, they're just really like milking this shit for what it's worth. You keep hearing shit, you don't even know what's true anymore on the internet, especially on YouTube. So I seen a video where it says R. Kelly's niece said he tried to molest her. Where was his niece at for the last 30 years? You got another one saying that R. Kelly's daughter is disgraced and she's mad. Where was she at? Like, we never heard anything for the last like 20 something years. Just nothing. Then I heard that the McDonald's fry man who used to give R. Kelly his fries had some shit to say. Where were you at before? No, I'm just playing. But no, I'm just saying, like, everybody's trying to milk this shit, and it's like, come on, man. Does anybody think about what they hear and see before they really form an opinion about it? You see something or you hear something one time and you don't question it, you just think that's what it is. Again, R. Kelly, I know how I feel about R. Kelly, but again, I based that opinion long time ago. It seems like everybody's trying to jump on the trend of just slandering and hating this dude and shitting on him and everything. Y'all should have been doing that shit years ago. The last big like thing that was going on with R. Kelly, other than this whole sex cult, which to me still ain't illegal, was the whole pissing on the girl tape. That alone should have put him away, but it didn't. Before that was the whole Aaliyah thing, which everybody swept under the rug. But to all my young folks out there who weren't old enough to experience any of those two things, I don't blame y'all, and I'm not talking about you guys because you guys weren't old enough to even live through any of that stuff. So I'm not talking about you guys. But for everybody else who are in my age range or old enough to remember what happened, Shame on y'all. Where were y'all at whenever that shit happened? Whenever he peed on the girl, whatever. Whenever he was supposedly married to Leah. Whenever there were rumors going out that he was dating or going to high schools. Get the principal at a high school talk about yeah, he used to come to high school all the time. Well, why are you talking about it now in a Lifetime special? Why didn't you talk about it? Like, why didn't you address it? Why didn't you come up to him and be like, I don't feel comfortable with you being here. You don't have any kids here. Why are you here? Don't give your opinion about it now on a Lifetime special just to sensationalize the shit. If you really cared about the students in that school, you should have addressed it back then. And that goes into my next point. Why the hell is John Legend and Charlemagne in the docu-series? Especially Charlemagne. Charlemagne already has his own demons. He was already allegedly, I'll say it again, allegedly raped a girl earlier, like a few years ago, like 10, 15 years ago, whatever. Allegedly. He shouldn't be anywhere near anything that has to do with rape or sexual assault or sexual abuse or anything like that. He should leave anything like that alone, just so it don't bring any attention to his situation. Again, he pleaded on the thing, and I don't know if that means he was guilty or not guilty. I'm not here to say he was guilty or not guilty, but again, for him to be in a situation where he could have went to jail, or should I say prison, for that, I wouldn't speak on it. And I wouldn't be a great white hope for that situation, just because you came out of a situation you could have easily, to this day, still be sentenced to and serving time for. Come on, brother. Now we got John Legend. Now, here's the funny thing about John Legend. I just found out that John Legend didn't even know R.Kelly, never worked with him. But he did the docu-series because he was friends with one of the producers or the director. I don't know which one it was, but he was friends with them. And he felt he should add his 2 cents in. Like his opinion. Now, I get that people may be fans of John Legend and even Charlemagne. But for these two guys that not know somebody and they're in a docu-series where there are people in the docu-series who actually had experiences with him or allegedly had experiences with him, seems a little bit disingenuous, man. And to me, I think that's incriminating, man. And you shouldn't have people on there to influence a idea or to influence people and sway them to feel a certain way. And I think that's what the whole agenda was with this damn docu-series. But like I said again, I do think, and there's too much bullshit in the past, and this is before the docu-series. People have an opinion now because of the docu-series, but there's too much like shit that people said and was heard and all that to deny if it was true or not true. But what I will say is, if everybody wants to believe in the court of law, if everybody wants to believe in proof, if everybody wants to actually do something, because Harvey Weinstein had a phone call. Somebody did their due diligence and they recorded this sick fuck in the phone call, and you had audio proof of this man doing what people accused him of doing. So you can't deny it. And again, he ain't even being ridiculed as much as R.Kelly. So he better do some time. But since that sex tape, there's not been a single shred of proof that this man has did anything that all these people are accusing him of. Cell phones have been out for a long fucking time. What is wrong with y'all? Pull out a phone, record him. Again, I go back to the girl who said she was texting or she was MySpace and whatever it is she was doing with another girl in the house. She was allowed to have phones. Phones can reach out more, far past social media. Oh, she was manipulated. She didn't know any better. Nah, man. Come on. Again, that's not a crime. Again, I don't know. Finally, I want to end it with this. And this is the part that really kind of pissed me off. At the end, Sparkle, they want to promote her single that's coming out. My point is this: if the whole point of a docu-series is to provide awareness about a certain individual, then you shouldn't be trying to make a profit off of it. You shouldn't be trying to promote something that you're doing. And then one of the other victims had a book, and I guarantee they're gonna jack up the prices just to make a dollar because of this docu-series. Again, if this thing was about providing awareness, yeah, I guess mission accomplished with no proof. But the whole shameless plug at the end of this whole shit is pretty sad to me. You shouldn't be promoting anything if you're trying to provide awareness for something that's supposed to be serious as sexual assault and or rape or child pornography or underage anything. Why would you promote a song or a book? Shame on y'all, man. This is something I get mad about with black people, man. They, at the end of the day, it's always about monetary value. When the smoke clears, it's always about money. You hide behind that, oh yeah, we're trying to do this and this and that. But at the end of the day, it's like you want something to fill your pockets with. And then that makes me wonder, for everybody who was on this docu-series, maybe they was mad because they didn't get paid or he cut them off. Maybe that's why they turned against him. Again, this is food for thought. I wasn't there when it happened, but I do question what I hear because unlike you dumbass sheep, I don't believe everything that I hear. Even half of what I see. It's your boy Nix, and I'm out.